Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to cut away from an object. I'm also going to show you how you can also add things to an object as well. So up to this point you should be able to create simple 3D shapes. So here I have a rectangle that's been extruded. If I go ahead and look at my original sketch, all this is a 6x3 rectangle. And then I went ahead and I extruded it by 3 as well. So to cut away from the shape, I'm going to start by starting a 2D sketch. Click up here. I'm going to then click on the face that I want to cut away from. So I'm going to sketch on this face. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. It's going to enter into sketch mode. Go ahead and center that. Now I'm going to go ahead and make this kind of look like a door stopper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the line tool. So I'm going to go up here, click line. Now when I'm creating this line, I basically want it to go from this line to this line. Now the thing you have to be careful with when you're doing this is making sure that you're actually on the line when you create your line. Now right here I get that icon that shows up next to that X number. That's showing me that I am on that line. That is really necessary in order to make this work. If you do that and it doesn't show up, so notice here I didn't have it originally. Now I can't have it. Let me try up here again. So that's not on the line. I'm not getting that icon, so that's not going to work. So I want to make sure that when I get up there, I get that line icon. I'm going to click. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to wait till I get that icon. Notice I don't have it right now. There, it is now on the line. I'm going to click again. Now when I pull away, it's not trying to draw any more lines. This tells you that you indeed were able to make that connection here and here. If it's still trying to draw the line, you probably messed up. You're going to want to undo that line and try it again. So I'm going to go ahead and escape out. One of the things I want to make sure is that the distance from the side to this point is the same from the bottom to this point. So I'm going to go ahead and add in some dimensions as well to make sure that that's the case. I'm going to do that by clicking on dimension. I'm going to click on the side line first. I'm going to go over and wait till I get to that point. Notice when I mouse over, I'm getting the icon that says I'm on the point. I can go ahead and click drag up. I'm going to make that just 0.5 for no reason in particular. I'm going to then go from the bottom. I'm going to go to the point, wait till I see that icon, click again, and I'm going to get 0.5 here as well. Now when I go ahead and cut away at the object, I know that these distances are the same. Okay. Escape out, I'm going to finish my sketch. Now to cut away, I'm going to cut away the top part, and so I'm going to click on the extrude button. Notice it doesn't know what I want to extrude, so I'm going to have to click on which side I want to extrude. I'm going to click on the top part here. Notice it's going to want to extrude out. Okay, so I actually want to cut away. So up here you have the option to cut away. So I'm going to click cut, and I'm going to make sure that it changes the direction as well. Notice it's now cut away there. It's going at a distance of 3, which is what I want. I'm just going to hit OK. And there I've cut it away. It kind of looks like a simple doorstop now. If I wanted to add an extrusion to my shape, I can do the same thing. So I'm going to leave my cutaway extrusion here. I'm going to go ahead and start a 2D sketch. Let's just extrude on this shape, because why not? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make the shape that I want to make. So let's just say I want to extrude out a rectangle. Let's do a 2x3. Let's do a 3x2 actually. Let's undo that and try that again. So let's do a 2x1. That way it fits in our shape there. I'm going to hit OK, or hit enter. And now I'm going to go ahead and just finish my sketch to show you how to extrude that out. I can go ahead and hit extrude, and I can go ahead and extrude that any way I want. So this is currently just extruding in this direction at 3. I can change the size of that extrusion by just typing in different numbers up here. Okay, I can also symmetrically extrude this. So maybe I want 3 in both directions. You can see it's extruding here and here. If I make this 5, It's going to extrude 5 total, okay, symmetrically out. That's not enough to fit through since my object actually has a depth of 3. So let's go ahead and just make it 10 so you can kind of see what that looks like. Notice it's extruding in both directions. From here, it's going to be 5 and 5. Okay. You can also do it asymmetrically, where I have an extrusion of maybe one direction. I want this to be 10, and then the other direction now is at 5. So you can see this is 5 from here to here, and then I have my 10 that goes all the way out here. So you have some options using this extrude tool depending on what you want to do. I'm just going to extrude this out by 3 just so you can see when I hit OK, now I have my extrusion. If I ever want to make changes, those extrusions are located over here in your model browser. I can change my actual sketch, which is located here, by double clicking on that, and I can change it and finish it. Maybe I want this to now be 3 instead. That's probably not a good choice since it's extruding out. So let's go ahead and make that 2.5. See if that helps. That's probably okay. Well, let's just hit Finish Sketch, and now I have that extrusion out by 2.5 instead. I can always go back and change my extrusion. I can double click on that, and then I have the option to change it as well. That is all for today's lesson. Thanks for tuning in.